been wrong. Yeah, yeah. And the tears been falling for so long. But the more you try to work it out, it seems you're going around in circles. But your best is yet to come. Activating success. Activating success. Activating success. Activating success. Get on your feet.
Welcome to a new and exciting episode of Activating Success. Today is a new day. Don't let anybody steal your joy. You have only one life to live. Give it your best shot. Don't go away, stay right there. We'll be right back. Thank you. Some people think you are controversial. Some other people think you are confrontational. And some other people think you are materialistic. Tell us, sir, who is the real Dino Melaye?
Hello, friend. I'm Mike Murdoch. Keep watching Activating Success with my wonderful, wonderful friend, Love Idoko.
This is Bishop Noel Jones, and I want you to continue watching Activate Success with Love Idoko.
Welcome back. Today we're honored to have someone I know you would really love to hear. He is a most distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Today we're honored to have Senator Dino Melaye. Welcome to Activating Success, sir.
Yeah, the pleasure is mine.
We're so honored to have you.
Thank you.
Sir, you were a honorable member of the Federal House of Representatives, and right now you are a serving senator. In summary, tell us, how did you start?
Basically, I would say that I had a very humble background, and I carry a lot of grace. My childhood days, I started in Kano. I was born in Kano, and my dad was a civil servant in Kano. My primary school was in Kano. Somehow I was a primary school head boy. I became a secondary school head boy, became a student union president, and started a non-governmental organization called the National Association of Democratic Youths. What we do is youth mentorship, national reorientation, youth empowerment. We do a lot of civil society jobs. We did, we're distinctive in human rights and all that. And that organization grew to become very nationalistic in vision and operation. And from there, I got appointed by President Olusegun Obasanjo as chairman of the Presidential Advisory Council on Youths. I became a member of the five committee that actually wrote the national youth policy of this country. I remember myself, Aisha Ismail then was Minister of Women Affairs. We had Professor Abori Shade, we had Professor Femi Odekunle, about 5 of us at that time. And from there, I ran for the House of Representatives and became a member of the House of Representatives, and I think I was about the youngest member of the House of Reps at that time.
How old were you, sir?
When I was in the House of Reps, I
Yes,
think
sir.
I was 32, 33.
Oh, wow.
When I became a member of the House of Reps, and I became the chairman of the, against all odds, because the information committee used to be is a grade A committee, usually the exclusive of returning members of the House of Reps, but I became the chairman of the House Committee on Information and National Orientation. And I cut my teeth in politics.
Wow. Okay, sir. I always quote my mentor, Dr. Mike Murdoch. Dr. Mike Murdoch said something that hit me very hard. He said that nobody really knows you except yourself.
Okay.
And so I'll put that to you as well. I believe nobody really knows you except yourself. Now, some people think you are controversial. Some other people think you are confrontational. And some other people think you are materialistic. Tell us, sir, who is the real Dino Melaye?
Anyway, I'll start by saying that, you see, I have a philosophy about life.
Yes, sir.
And my philosophy is that in an unjust society, silence is a crime, to start with. I have very short fuse for injustice. I have a very short fuse for criminals and criminality. So if I'm far above that, I'm an agitator. And my belief in life is that you must at all times be known for something. Yeah. Okay? And like I said, I hate injustice, and I believe it's a crime to keep silence in a milieu where there is injustice. So people see that as being confrontational, but I don't see it as being confrontational. I only see it as being just, humane, and even carrying out the ordinances of the Almighty God. Because we're supposed to live in a sane environment, a sane society, where justice, equity, and egalitarianism should be the order of the day. But Nigerians have become so deceptive. Nigerians have become so afraid even of themselves. We are always within our cocoons. We don't want to ask questions. We don't want to. We are not even bothered about what's happening around our milieu or society, and that's creating a lot of havoc. So, in responding to the injustice in our system or in our society, many see it as being confrontational. Dino Melaye is not a confrontational person, but at the same time, I believe we should right the wrongs in the society. I believe we should be bold and fearless. I believe we should be courageous at all times to speak the truth, not minding whose us is God. And I believe that every lie has an expiry date. So why not speak the truth? So speaking the truth in a society where lies have been elevated above the truth, you definitely will be seen as a cantankerous character. You will be seen as an antagonist. You will be seen as confrontational. But honestly, whatever name I'm being called is not really, I'm not perturbed, I'm not disturbed, because I know who I am. And I know that those names are not in any way affiliated to me. But because you have people of inordinate ambition, capricious manifestation, most times of reaction formation, they tend to label you. But you know who you are. And I know that I am not a confrontational person, but at the same time, I will not allow us to move into injustice, life of lies and criminality. I will never allow that. So basically, everyone has got a passion in life. My passion is automobile. I love automobiles. And loving automobile doesn't make you extremely rich or extremely poor, but it is what you're passionate about. Everybody's got his own passion. Passionate about what you believe in is not being materialistic. Everyone in life has got a drive. You are indoctrinated or imbibed with a particular rudiment, and go for what you believe in, not minding it's as God. If they are products of crime or product of corruption, I won't boldly put my name on I've got my name on all my cars. So that's to tell you that, man, I'm proud. This is an achievement. This is what I've always wanted to do. And I can't drive all of them at the same time. But when I come out in the morning, I see them, they're my babies. I'm excited and I salute them and I start my day. So my own illustration from this is that everyone must decide to either walk in the light of creative altruism or you perish in the darkness of destructive selfishness. You're not living your life for anyone, you're living it for yourself. So what you think is best, just, and okay, just go ahead and do it, not minding whose else is God, not minding unnecessary commentaries and rhetorics, not minding what the next person feels about it. Once you are not doing it unjustly, if you think you need to carry out one particular ameliorative measure in a particular society, don't be perturbed. Don't be disturbed about unnecessary talks. Don't be disturbed about unnecessary commentaries. Just go ahead, do what you want to do. Once you're doing it within the confines of the law and you're doing it, you're not breaking any law, but it's something you believe in, it's something you're passionate about, please, go for it.
Wow. So are you a Christian or a Muslim?
I'm a Christian and a practicing one at that.
Okay, so you have a very good
I'm very
relationship
rapturable.
with a Catholic or a Pentecostal?
I'm Pentecostal, yeah.
Okay, great.
But it doesn't matter. I just worship God, and I can worship anywhere, whether in a Catholic church, an Orthodox church.
Okay, I just wanted to know, sir.
Fine.
What are you doing now, right now, or what have you done before that you think that young people out there can emulate?
Yeah, I've hugged before. I've sold bread for my mom. I've sold one popular outside delicacy called kunu. I've sold kunu on the streets.
Wow.
I've sold what we call mineral, that's Coke, Fanta, and all that. I've sold that on the street before, and I was very proud doing that. And I'm still very proud that I went through that tutelage. And doing that will not limit where God is about or where He intends to take me to. So I've been a bus conductor before. I've worked in a block factory before. I've sold fuel in a gas station before. So, I've done all sorts of menial jobs.
At that point, did you have a mental picture of where you were going
I've always known that I'm going to be president of this country, and I'm actually working towards that.
Oh, wow.
So I've always known that, and I've always had that dream. So, and the state you are now, the condition you're going through now should not limit your picture, the picture of where you're going to. Because you must first picture a future you want to feature in. So you must have a mental picture of what you want to be. So irrespective of where you find yourself now, irrespective of what you're doing now, irrespective of the resources available now, they may not even look like what you want to be, but that should not minimize the picture of your dream.
Oh,
so
wow.
Like I said, you must picture a future you want to feature in. So for me, I've always known that, I'm not meant for this level. It's a transition period for me. No matter what it is, I was selling kunu, I was selling bread. My parents at the time couldn't pay my school fees, not because they're not interested, but because they lost their jobs. I was doing menial jobs to pay my school fees. After my Form 3, my parents couldn't pay my school fees. I labored through menial jobs to train myself in secondary school. Oh, wow. I bought my JAM form myself through menial jobs. I did so many menial jobs to train myself in university. I spent actually 3 weeks on campus, 2 weeks outside campus to get to survive. But I all knew that it was a transition period, and I was tenacious about my picture, my vision. I was tenacious about who I want to be, and I've always known that whatever I'm going through now is just a passing phase. I'm not meant for this level. I'm going higher, and that should be the resolution of every man with a dream. But you must first have a dream, and because I know I have a dream, and I know where that dream is supposed to take me to, I started reading revolutionary books at a very tender age. The books, Martin Luther King's books on Mahatma Gandhi. I read the philosophy and autobiography of many great men. So you can begin to internalize what you want to be. And that was a driving force. And I'm still actually in the making.
This is getting interesting. Don't go away. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Thank you.
No condition is permanent. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you'll be poor forever or you'll be depressed or whatever. Nobody has, like you said, nobody can dictate your life for you. It's only God out there who can dictate your life for you. So just know that no condition is permanent and just believe in yourself.
If you want to be a makeup artist, start now. Start with your face. Start with your brother's, your sister's face or anything.
This is actually the future.
Yeah, somebody said the best time to start to plant the trees yesterday.
Permit the stupid to remain so. The ignorant know. We teach those who don't know. But those who don't ask, no. I think God gives knowledge proportionate to your pursuit.
Start, it will seem like impossible, but as you proceed, the doors will continue to open.
Every man is a solution. You're a problem solver. Right? You are a solution to someone's prayer. You are a problem solver. You're a solution provider.
Success belongs to those who refuse to give up on those things that are very heavy.
You can become anything that you want to become. Nobody has any right to stop you because your life does not depend on a third party.
And I will always love you, and I will always.
No matter how much the devil thinks he has
And do not have a microwave mentality. I mean, be ready to go through the process so that at the end of the day you will be justified of saying, you know what, I waited for my time.
Welcome back. Sir, all through the years you have spent in the House of Reps and also as a serving senator, what has been your lowest point and also your highest point?
Yeah, my lowest point throughout my legislative career is the day we lost a colleague of mine, Honorable Safana from Katsina State.
Oh, wow.
We had a brawl in the Senate. He was hypertensive, and we had a meeting all through the night. He didn't take his drugs. So in the midst of that brawl, Safana just held his chest and went down. And from there, we rushed him to the National Hospital, and Safana is no more. You know, so for me, that was a very sober time, and will continue to remain a sober time because very, very agile, intellectually mobile medical doctor, astute politician, prolific writer, and he left unceremoniously, you know, without signals. For me, that was a very, very sober moment in my entire legislative work. I mean, it's a time for me to reflect on at all times. My high points, yeah, the day I was suspended.
Why was that your
I was suspended in the House
point?
it's my highest point because once you get punished for doing the right thing, that means you got it right. That means you got it right. So I was excited that for doing the right thing, I was suspended. For me, it's the highest point in my entire political career. And I went to court. And I took the House of Representatives and the Speaker, Dimeji Bankole, to court. And eventually I won the case in court. I came back and eventually took my seat again and also got paid for not working for 11 months. I mean, I got the chunk of my pay back. So for me, going through that transition of that struggle to entrench my belief, to express to assert my belief in justice, to assert that, yes, I will never take what is wrong, and I will always speak for those who can't speak for themselves. I will always be the voice of the voiceless, not minding the milieu I find myself, not minding the environment. And it was an Herculean task, but I was excited I got suspended for that. And I also went to court, and I got justice. And I came back to that same house, and after coming back to the house, I continued from where I stopped. I wrote another petition against those perceived criminals at that time, and I wrote petitions to the EFCC, to the ICPC. And my joy is that as a serving Speaker of the House of Representatives, Dimeji Bankole was handcuffed and taken to detention and eventually charged for corruption to court. So I felt fulfilled. And at no point in life will I actually be disenchanted or disillusioned by the fear of man, because the Bible says, who is man that I'll be afraid of him? At all times, we must be courageous and tenacious on what we believe in. And we can only build a better society if we begin to check the wrongs in our society. Because Nigeria is a very great country, but we cannot be greater until we begin to separate darkness from light. And everyone should get out of their cocoon and start asking questions. Everyone should be concerned about what is going on. Those who are rich now may tell you, come on, I don't want to be part of this. I'm too comfortable, I'm rich. But my warning is this: a day will come when the poor will have nothing to eat but the rich. And a day will come that it will become even dangerous for us to drive all these luxurious vehicles on the streets, because we are not taking care of the poor. And how do you take care of the poor? Is by living a life that is just and true. Is by making sure that your provision is made for the underprivileged. When I was growing up as a child, houses had no fences, even in the GRAs. But there is a decay in value, there's a decay in morals. Gradually, houses, you started seeing fences with houses. It got so, when I was growing up as a child, the only place you see tall fences is, when you see a tall fence, it's either a zoo or a prison yard. But today, people build their houses with very tall fences. The morals drop to an abysmal level that the fences were not even securing people again because of decay in morals and values. We now started using broken bottles as barriers on our fences. It deteriorated, we started using barbed wires on our fences. It further deteriorated, we now have what is called electric fence. From beware of dogs, you have now beware of lions, beware of hippopotamus, beware of snakes, because there is a decay in the value system. And we as Nigerians, as leaders, must make sure that we check this. So as a people, we must decide that we are one common, undivided Nigerians. We must unite ourselves with a common front and common goal to build, a new Nigeria where ethnicism, nepotism, religious bigotry will not become the order of the day.
Oh, wow. So this is Activating Success TV show. A lot of young people are watching you right now. What is your most urgent message to young people in this country?
My most urgent message to young people in this country is for them to get out of their cocoons You cannot make it while sitting. Anyone who is not sitting and want to stretch his leg will fall. So young persons must get out there, get a life for yourself. First, you must have a dream. 2, you must pursue your dream. 3, you must work towards the actualization of that dream. And the only way to get that done is for you to be focused, is for you to make sure that you build a dream in the first instance. So sitting aloof, I'm not concerned, it doesn't affect me, will not get us anywhere. So I mean, young persons must come out there to make sure that they make a decision. Not just sitting and living your life as if you're driving a car without a steering. You must make a decision, and that decision is to have a vision, is to picture your future, is to make sure you work towards it and get there.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much.
The pleasure.
Wow, that was deep. You need to have a focus in life. It is better to try and fail than not to try at all. Get up now, make a decision about life, and do something positive with your life. Join us same station, same time next